Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the SDI February 2019 New Student Orientation. My name is Rob Exum, and I am the Vice President of Student Affairs. I want to welcome you all and thank you for attending. We are thrilled that you have chosen SDI to further your education, and we look forward to working with all of you throughout your time here. Please keep in mind that we will be presenting a lot of information during the webinar. So please pay very close attention for the duration of the webinar. You can ask questions throughout the presentation. You can use the Q&A function that's on your screen, but we will also reserve time at the end for any questions that we may have missed or we did not cover. So we will be hitting every department that you will all interact with during your time at SDI. So if you want to hold off on your questions till the latter half of the webinar, that's fine. If you want to ask throughout, that's okay as well. One of our student services advisors, Shannon Oliver, will be answering the questions throughout. But I promise you, you will not leave without your question being answered, or we will give you the right contact information for the person that can answer the question for you. Before we actually begin, I would like to introduce our president, Tracy Lee, and she would like to say a few words to everyone. Tracy, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, thanks, Rob. I just want to personally welcome you to SDI. It's so exciting to be part of a college that really takes the passion of firearms and the firearm industry with the educational quality recognized by our accreditor, which is the Distance Education Accrediting Commission. I've worked in education many years, more than I like to admit on these calls, but I'm really proud to say that SDI has the most motivated, enthusiastic, just great students of better than any college I've seen over the years. So welcome to being part of that. And I don't want to take up a lot of time because, as Rob said, you're going to get a lot of information tonight. So I will turn it back to him to take you through all the information from the various departments you're being introduced to tonight.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Up next, we're going to go to our master gunsmith, Kip Carpenter. Kip has over 40 years of experience in the firearms industry, and he will be an invaluable resource for all of you during your time at SDI. So please make sure you use him during your time. Kip, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. And I too want to say to all of you, welcome to SDI, and just say on a brief note, I'm sure as most of you have watched over the last couple of years, the industry has just boomed. And it's boomed so big that most of us that's been in this industry for many years did not expect it to get as big as it's done, and is still growing. There's so many opportunities for you out there. Whether you want to be a gunsmith, have your own shop, whether you want to work in a firearm store, or if you want to work in the manufacturing side within the industry itself, there's a lot of doors that can open for you, and it starts right here at SDI with your education. Your basic education that you get from SDI and that we give you here is going to help you go down that road, along with the experience you will obtain as you move down that road. A couple things I wanted to go over tonight, though, about the classroom and dealing with your instructors. The first thing you should get when you start your course is you should get a welcome letter from your instructor. In there will be several things regarding what they expect of you, as well as what's going to be covered in the course, or things you need to know for that course. One of the things I want to point out to you, though, is through Moodle. Moodle, for some reason, does not like us instructors too well. So when you go to email us with a question, or if you have any kind of something you need to be dealt with, a concern, anything like that, please reach out to us, but do so through our email. You will get your email from us, either it'll be attached in the welcome letters, or we'll send them out to you individually on a mass email. Please do it that way, because if you do it through the Moodle, Moodle won't send it to us, unfortunately. Also, a little bit about the class. Every week you'll usually have a discussion board, usually 1 or 2 assignments, and a little bit about the discussion board. The discussion board is really there. It is a graded function of the course, but it's also one that I think is really great. It gives you a chance to interact with your fellow students as well as your instructors, and it's kind of your moment to shine. If you have experience, it's there for you to kind of give your opinion with your fellow students and to open up discussions about things, as well as maybe help some of those along who doesn't have that much experience. I think you'll find it's a lot of fun. but it's also a requirement for the course, so please make sure that you do that every week. As far as your assignments go, they're very detailed in what needs to be done in the instructions, so I encourage you every week to read the instructions. Some assignments may require that to be 500 words. Some may require that there only be 250 words, but please follow those instructions and turn them in to make sure that that way you're doing what you need to do to cover your assignment, as well as get the most points that you can get for your grade. So with that being said, the last thing about those assignments, and I'm going kind of fast because like Tracy said, we have a lot of people who's going to give you a lot of information, and you're going to hear a lot about the classroom a little bit later when Sarah comes up. But one thing I do want to point out is all assignments and discussion boards are due on every Sunday night, 12 midnight, Arizona time. Now I say this about Arizona time because we instructors, a lot of us don't live in Arizona. So like if you go by where I live in Tennessee, you know, you're going to be at midnight quicker than you're going to be obviously in Arizona. So please keep that in mind. The other thing I want to talk about every week is the instructor's guidance. The instructor's guidance is there. We really go into what it's been written. You'll see when you go into the instructor's guidance about that week's course and the material that you're going to be covered. And we will then put in our own input in there. As Rob says, I've been doing this for a long time, so I may put a tip or a trick in there that you might want to know. So please take the time to read that instructor's guidance. But understand that we don't encourage you leaving like a question or comment there. It's better to email us, because once we do the guidance, we usually don't go back in there too much because we're so busy with dealing with you students one-on-one. That is the great thing you have about being online, is you can get us one-on-one and get some of that personal detail. So please take charge of your education and really embrace this and go for it, and know that we're there to support you and help you any way we can. But we can't help you if you don't let us know. So with that being said, I'm pretty much just going to sit back now and let the real pros take over now. And Rob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Kip. Up next, we're going to go to Denise Turner, our Director of Admissions. I'm sure most of you have dealt with the admissions team getting your enrollment application in. They are a great resource for all of you, and they're a great team to work with. So Denise, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Rob. Hey, on behalf of the entire admissions team, welcome to SDI. We are super excited to have you all join our student body. One of the goals that we have here at SDI is really to ensure that you all have a great student experience from the time that you start talking to somebody in the admissions department until the time you graduate, and everything in between. So we'd love to hear from you, any feedback, how things are going, where your education is taking you in the industry, whether it's in a career or a hobby of sorts. We love feedback from students, so please keep us up to date on what's happening and help us fulfill that commitment of having a great student experience for each and every one of you. Just a quick little housekeeping item. This orientation production is being recorded, and it will be emailed out to everybody by the end of the week. It is a great resource to have in the future if you need to find somebody's name or make contact with anybody. All the information is shared right here for your reference in the future. Again, enjoy your first semester at Sonoran Desert Institute, and we're super happy to have you all, and best of luck, and get into those classes on Monday and start having some fun.
Thank you very much, Denise. Up next, we're going to go to our Financial Services Department, and one of our Financial Services Advisors, Philippe Constantino, will walk you through his department. Philippe, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. Hello, everyone, and welcome. By now, you should all receive your Financial Services welcome email with the subject Funding Your Education, and you should have some type of contact with myself or Heather. In order to start your class, we want all your funding to be completed or an approved status. If you're on this call, then you should be in this status. If there's any additional documentation that we still need from you, we'll be in contact with you either by tomorrow or the next day. With your TA, your point of contact will be Jason Reynolds. In order for your TA to pay for your classes, it must be approved before starting that particular class. It cannot be approved after you start that coursework. Your TA will be revisited each semester to be certain it is approved, so there will be continuous communication between the Financial Service Department. For your VA, your point of contact will be Michael, Chris, and Heather. During your enrollment, we aim to certify your classes to the VA about a month prior to your start date each semester. We may not reach out to you directly unless it is needed, so please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns during your enrollment. We first certify your credit hours as to not to delay any BAH payments or book stipends. Then about 2 weeks after the class starts and the attendance is posted, we will go back and certify your tuition and fees. As we make these adjustments and amendments to your VA certifications, you may get an automatic generated email telling you we've done this. Please do not be alarmed if you see these emails. It just means we're working your file. BAH will pay on or around the first of each month, prorated for the dates enrolled for the month prior. So for your March 1st payment, it will be the amount that reflects your February enrollment and so on. Our goal is for our students to be financially aware, so before you send us a copy of your certificate of eligibility, please review your eligibility information as well as the amount of training time that you have left. For our programs, they are all different. Tips for your VA funding. It is always better to complete a class than to withdraw from a class. If you complete it, the VA will pay for it. If you withdraw or stop attending a class, the VA is notified, and this will create a debt to the VA. Any BAH or tuition overpayment that was made, the student will receive the debt letter and the student makes that refund back to the VA. For our Chapter 30 students, Montgomery GI Bill and Chapter 1606, reminder that you will need to self-certify your enrollment each month on the WAVE website. This then will trigger a monthly payment to you from the VA. Please remember that the VA pays the student directly, and then student must make that payment to the school for tuition and fees. Again, this is only for the Montgomery and GI Bill students. For your out-of-pocket payments, if you've set up a payment, if you made any out-of-pocket payments to the school, your point of contact will be Rashawn Bryant. For any reason, if your VA, your financial aid, your TA funding does not cover all your tuition and fees, then it will be your responsibility to call in and set up a payment plan with the school regarding the balance that's not being covered, if that's not already been addressed. Everyone, please note, you could be at risk of not being able to continue to your next semester if the balances are not paid to the school or a payment plan is not arranged. Also, graduation credentials will be held upon graduation if the balances are not paid in full at the time. For our financial aid students, your FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, is an online application. Will determine eligibility for your federal Pell Grant and your federal Stafford loans. We should have already been in contact with you regarding to the missing documents that we need in regards to your FAFSA. If you've completed a FAFSA but not spoken to myself or Heather, please reach out to us tomorrow so we can discuss what is needed for your file. Most of you have already completed a FAFSA, should have already received a financial aid award letter. For our financial aid students, just before your third semester, you can expect your financial service department to reach out to you in regards to your federal financial aid and your second award year. We'll let you know if there's anything else that is needed. Again, everyone, welcome to the financial aid department. We look forward to working with you, and if you have any questions, concerns, please let us know.
Thank you very much, Philippe. Up next, we're going to go to our Student Services Department and one of our Student Services Advisors, Lindsay Peterson. Lindsay, go ahead and take it away.
Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Lindsay Peterson, and I am one of 4 Student Services Advisors here at SDI. Students have been assigned an advisor based on their last name. Jeff Dashnowski assists students whose last name begin with A through E. Shannon Oliver is assigned students F through K. Morgan Murray is assigned students L through Q. And assigned to me are students with the last names R through Z. Your first set of courses will be uploaded into your online classroom, also known as Moodle, Monday, the 25th. If at the end of business day Monday the courses have not been uploaded or you are experiencing any trouble accessing your classroom, please reach out to your Student Services Advisor as soon as possible. It is important to begin your courses as soon as possible within the first week, and that you continue to work in all your scheduled courses on a weekly basis throughout your enrollment. Students who do not participate and do not post attendance within the first 7 days of the course start date will be removed from that course, and it will be rescheduled for the next available start date. Once attendance has been established within the first week in the course, any student who does not post attendance in a 14-day period will be withdrawn from the course or courses due to not meeting the attendance policies. Attendance is defined by SDI as submitting written assignments, course-related discussion boards, and/or submission of an exam. Simply logging into your classroom is not considered posted attendance. Also, please be advised that there is a week break scheduled in between each 16-week semester. If you begin to fall behind or anticipate a delay of attendance, please be sure to communicate with your assigned student services advisor as well as your instructors. Communication is key here at SDI. If we do not know, we cannot help. All email communication from SDI will go to your student email address. It is your responsibility to check your student email account on a consistent basis to ensure you have received and read all SDI's notifications. As Kip did mention, you will not be able to message through the online classroom, also known as Moodle. You must use your student email. Please also keep in mind that we do have 3 separate accounts for new students. Your online classroom, also Moodle, is where you will attend your courses, complete your assignments, and read the materials. Your student portal, which was set up when you applied for admission here at SDI, houses information such as your schedule, finances, and GPA. Finally, your student email, which is assigned to you prior to the beginning of classes. If you should have any questions or need any assistance with accessing that, again, please reach out to your assigned student services advisor. Shipment orders for students beginning Monday the 25th have been placed. Tracking information is generated from our shipping department. During your program, majority of the shipments will require an indirect signature, so be sure to review the tracking information to confirm whether an indirect signature will be required or not. Questions and concerns regarding any shipments or materials must be directed to our shipping department. The shipping department can be reached via email at shipping@sdi.edu or by phone 480-744-0845. If you have enrolled in the Advanced Gunsmithing Certificate or the Associates of Science and Firearm Technology program, official transcripts by now should have been received or requested. Failure to submit all transcripts may disrupt your scheduled start date until they have all been received. Also keep in mind that a transcript is only considered official if it arrives to the school sealed, unopened, and sent directly to SDI from the issuing institution. This also includes electronic requests of transcripts. Copies of transcripts will be rejected. If you have any further questions pertaining to transcripts, please reach out to our registrar, Caitlin Mullins, at transcripts@sdi.edu. Should you have any additional questions prior to your start date or even after, feel free to reach out to your assigned student service advisor, and we look forward to working with all of you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Before we continue, we want to take a little bit of a break and do something fun. So bring in our VP of Growth and Marketing, Jennifer McInnes, and she has a little bit of trivia and maybe some giveaways for everyone. Jennifer, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Rob. Hi, guys. Hope everyone's doing well and hope everyone's been paying attention. I'm going to be chiming in here a couple times tonight with opportunities for you to win some additional SDI swag. So up for grabs tonight, we're going to do an SDI shirt, an SDI can cooler, a stainless steel tumbler, a patch, and a keychain. So here's how you do that. Over in the chat section, you're going to post your answer to the following question. We're going to start it easy tonight, but I may get a little bit tougher as the evening goes on. So first one, and again, go over to the chat section to submit your answer. I'll be keeping an eye on it, and then I'm just going to pick people at random at the end. Okay, if you need to contact your instructor, what should you do? How should you contact them? So that is my very first question for you. Like I said, as much detail as you can, please. And I will keep chiming in throughout the night with a couple more questions. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Jennifer. Up next, we're going to go to our Director of Faculty Services, Sarah McGilvray. Sarah, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. Again, my name is Sarah McGilvray, and I'm the Director of Faculty Services. I also manage the online classroom that you'll be working out of. By now, you should have received your login credentials from Student Services, so please log into the online classroom and become familiar with it. Upon login, you will see that you are enrolled in the SDI Student Orientation. Please be sure to go through the course very thoroughly, as there is a lot of important information that you will need to know. Some of these include training videos, as well as plagiarism and proctoring information. All scheduled courses will appear on your dashboard on your start date. Students in the Advanced Gunsmithing Certificate and Associate's Degree programs will take up to 4 proctored exams throughout their studies. The following courses are proctored: Advanced Ballistics, Shooting Sports Management, Customizing and Woodworking, and Firearms Inspection and Troubleshooting. SCI currently uses ProctorU, a service that allows test takers to complete exams at their schedule of convenience while still ensuring exam integrity for institutions. More information on ProctorU can be located in the top section of your proctored courses. If you don't remember anything else that I just said about ProctorU, please remember this. Schedule and take your exam before your course end date. If you schedule your exam for a date that is after your course end date, you run the risk of failing the course and having to retake it. When your courses are shared on their start date, the following information will be located in the top section of your courses. These items will include the course syllabi, all course textbooks, instructor name and email, and grading rubrics. As previously mentioned, all email communication from SDI will go to your SDI student email. It is your responsibility to check your student email account on a regular basis to ensure you have received and read all SDI notifications. If you need to get a hold of your instructor, you will need to email them from your SDI account directly to theirs. Again, their contact information is located in the top section of each course. Please note that you cannot message them through your online classroom, also known as Moodle. Any questions that you have in regards to the course, your assignments, or exams, please email your instructor directly. All weekly assignments are due by Sunday night, midnight Arizona time for that week. Failure to submit on time will result in loss of points. Please allow at least 3 business days from the due date for your instructor to grade your assignment. If there is anything that I can do to assist you, please feel free to reach out to me. Again, welcome to SDI.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Since everyone was so excited for the trivia question, we're going to bring Jennifer back in and do another one real quick. Jennifer, go ahead and take it away.
Perfect. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, a ton of responses. Everybody, way to stay alert and attentive tonight. So we're going to chime in. Here's a slightly more specific one. When specifically are your weekly assignments due? When specifically are your weekly assignments due? And again, pop it over in the chat section. Let me know day and time for your weekly assignments. When are they due? Like I said, I will keep an eye out and choose someone randomly. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Up next, we're going to go to Mike Olson, our VP of Academic Affairs. He is going to cover some tips for your success and some honor societies. Mike, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks so much, Rob. And you know what? Thank you guys for joining and for sticking around. I know you guys have just been absolutely piled on with information tonight. So just know that we're here to support you. And if you wake up tomorrow and you think, oh, what was it they said about messaging through Moodle or contacting financial services, hey, reach out to any one of us, and we will make sure to get you the information you need or put you in contact with the person that has that answer. So again, don't be intimidated by all that information we're going through tonight. Know that we're here to help you. Okay, having got that out of the way, let me reiterate how much we all appreciate that you've chosen our institution to be a part of your educational and career path. I know that for some of you, this is your first jump into higher ed. And you know what, that's a big leap. So I especially want to congratulate you guys and gals, and I hope that you feel, a sense of pride in yourselves for taking that jump. As Rob said, my name is Mike Olson, and I am SDI's VP of Academic Affairs. And I want to talk to you really about some ways to really make the most out of your experience here. So I'll probably reiterate some things that Kip said and maybe that some other people have said as well, but I just kind of want to put my spin on it. So one of my roles here is to oversee the team that produces content and assignments. So our curriculum, in other words, is developed in accordance with subject matter experts, obviously, in the field of firearms technology, and it's designed to get you the facts and information that you need to understand not only the how-tos of gunsmithing, but the whats and whys of firearms in general. And what we want to see you do as adult learners is to go beyond that regurgitation of memorized information. So you'll be reflecting on that content. You'll be asking questions as well as answering them. And you'll really be looking for ways to connect your own experience and your own research with the perspectives of those very experts that are reflected in our curriculum. So, those of you that apply critical thinking and really take a deep dive into that content are the ones that are going to stand out to their instructors. And, that's how I'd love personally to see you all apply yourselves. And I want to give you just a couple of simple strategies to sort of apply that concept. So first, review the assigned content early in the week and read through all of the assignment and discussion prompts. So what you want to do is really give yourself plenty of time to reread chapters or rewatch videos and ask questions. And on that note, really get into those discussion boards. Kip mentioned that, they're a graded assignment, but there's more to it than that. They're an opportunity for you to share your insights, ask questions, heck, make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's an opportunity. If you don't understand something, remember it's likely your classmates are struggling with it as well. And like I said, that's an opportunity for your instructor to help step in and help. So share the experiences that you have and any anecdotes that you've had through your time with firearms, and just leverage that opportunity to create a shared community of learning. I like to think about it like this. Anybody can memorize a factoid. You can look in a textbook and find a specification and memorize that. Anybody can do that. Education is about taking that type of information and integrating it into your existing knowledge and developing a meaningful understanding at the end of the day. Shifting on to the hands-on projects. When you're completing those, document your steps. The more that your instructor can see, the more feedback he or she can provide. So when you go to turn in that multimedia, either the pictures you've taken or the video you've shot, really read the instructions carefully, and you'll find tutorials inside your classroom. Really read those carefully for some help with submitting that stuff in the learning management system. Speaking of the hands-on projects, anytime you do one of those, you're going to be asked to submit a reflection on the steps that you completed. Please make it more than just a summary. Really try to connect the skills that you practiced in that project with the information that you've studied in the classroom. With how you see your future in the industry or as a hobby, and with any prior knowledge you had or experience you had. Again, that's an opportunity to kind of integrate this new information and these new skills with the pre-existing knowledge or toolkit that you have. And again, the students that demonstrate the ability to reflect creatively and critically have an opportunity to stand out to their faculty and to all of us at SDI. And speaking of standing out, I want to shift gears a little bit to a way that our accrediting agency, the Distance Education Accrediting Commission, recognizes standout students. They offer something every year called the Outstanding Graduate Award, and what it does is it sort of hones in on exceptional academic achievement and contribution. So SDI nominates one graduate a year for this award, and we base our nomination not only on your scholastic performance, but also on the student's contribution to either education or to their respective industries. So obviously in our case, firearms. So again, this is by nomination. So I really want to encourage you to make every effort to go above and beyond in your classroom. And also, if you're out there doing something awesome in the firearms industry, make sure you let one of us know. Tell your instructor, tell your student services advisor, pick up the phone, give me a call. Let one of us know so that we can take that into consideration when we nominate that outstanding grad. Now, another way that the DEAC and SDI recognizes exceptional students is through sponsorship of an honor society called Delta Epsilon Tau. Now, Delta Epsilon recognizes outstanding scholastic performance again, and it also recognizes superior leadership, and it's a way to show networking opportunities and affiliation on that curriculum vitae. I do want to give you a heads up. Delta Epsilon Tau is only open to graduates, so please mark that one down as one of your long-term goals for when you finish your degree. And so I'm going to stop there because I know we've got a little bit more information on some other honor societies coming down on the pike. But before I let you go, just let me say one more time, thanks so much for choosing SDI, be a part of your goals, and thanks for sticking around to hear me out.
Thank you very much, Mike. Up next, we're going to go to Walter Howard, our Director of Military and Veteran Services. Walter, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks a lot, Rob. Hey, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Military and Veteran Services Departments, I would like to welcome you to SDI. For those of you that are current or former service members, I would like to personally thank you for your service to our country. As a retired soldier, I take great pride in assisting our military-connected students and connecting you to the programs and resources that can help you achieve your educational goals. It is our goal to improve the current services we offer while ensuring you have an outstanding academic experience. The Military and Veteran Services Department does not replace any of the services offered by the other departments. We do, however, provide an internal and mobile asset to interact with our student population, as well as aid you in navigating the many services and resources available to you when you're either faced with getting all tongue-tied. Whether you are facing difficult circumstances, whether personal or academic. We presently can assist our student population with identifying services and resources to address personal needs, information on service aid societies, information on VA services and resources, information on resiliency, mental health, and suicide prevention, the Salute program, military outreach, and directing you to the appropriate SDI department. If there are any resources that we do not offer that you feel that we would benefit fellow students, please reach out to me. In addition to the military and veteran services, we also execute the military outreach for SDI. Our military outreach consists of supporting veteran organizations, education fairs at various military installations, and supporting yellow ribbon events for our Guard and Reserve service members. If you want to find out where we are, take a look at our Facebook page. We weekly publish a Where in the World is SDI note on our Facebook account. And you can stop by and see us at any of these events that we happen to be at. Let us know how we're doing, and of course, let us know if there's anything that we can assist you with. Finally, SDI offers our student veterans an opportunity to be recognized for your service to our country and your scholastic achievement through the SDI chapter of the Salute Veterans National Honor Society. Membership in Salute is open to all student veterans enrolled in the Associate of Science and Firearms Technology degree program only. Membership into this honor society requires a one-time lifetime membership fee, which is paid at the time of acceptance. This membership fee goes towards scholarships that assist veterans and/or service members who are pursuing undergraduate, graduate, or certifications at accredited institutions. Once again, if I can be of any assistance or my department can be any assistance during your tenure at SDI, please reach out to me directly at walter.howard@sdi.edu or reach out to any of my team members at mvs@sdi.edu. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Walter. And last but not least, we're going to bring Jennifer McKennis back in. Jennifer, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much, Rob. And before I do, I'm going to sneak one last little trivia question in here. This is your last chance to win tonight. And as promised, it's probably the hardest. So here's how this works. Again, chat section, post your answers, do your best. Okay, so here's the question. There are 4 courses for which you will use ProctorU. Which are they? Do your best to answer all 4. Every time we do this, we have a ton of people that get all 4 correct. So give it your best shot, and I will keep an eye out. We'll announce those at the end. So again, it looks like there was a question mark there. There are 4 courses. Sarah McGilvery mentioned 4 courses for which you will use the ProctorU service. Which courses are they? Okay, cool. So I have a couple little updates on the growth and marketing side. And they're all pretty fun and exciting, so pay attention as you're entering your little answers there. The first thing I want to talk about is an opportunity called Field Studies. Field Studies are available to graduates of the degree program, and they're really unique and exciting opportunities to get your feet wet with real-life experience in the industry. If you want to kind of think of an equatable type of opportunity, it's almost like an internship, externship type of deal. We have partners, around 18 partners nationwide, all over the place, that offer our students the opportunity to spend 2 to 4 weeks on site with them, experiencing their part of the industry. And we try to get people from all different walks of life. So we've got retail guys, we've got gunsmithing guys, we've got customer service guys, we've got, and I say guys, and I of course mean guys and girls. And there are, like I said, I want to say maybe not 18 different states, but probably 12 different states. Some are paid, some are unpaid. You've got lots of different options there. If you want additional information on field studies, you can find that, including a full list of your options and how to go about applying for those upon graduation or even right before graduation. That's all going to be on the website. You go to sdi.edu. That's the homepage. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a button that says Current Students. You'll click the Current Students button, and from there you'll be able to get to the Field Studies page. So keep an eye out for those. Definitely start considering that as an option. It's a fantastic way to go above and beyond and really use the things that you've learned at SDI in a practical application type of scenario. One thing to keep in mind, they are very selective. We only want to send the best of the best to our partners for obvious reasons. So make sure that you're spending your time here wisely. Be a good student, work hard, be positive. Those are the types of things that we will be looking for when we're vouching for kind of the cream of the crop of our students. Another thing that I wanted to mention is we do an SDI student resource guide, which will walk you through any perks or discounts that our many partners give our SDI students. Keep an eye out for that. A new one should be coming out soon. And then there is, before I get to the SDI student Facebook group, I wanted to take just a quick second to kind of plug social media in general for SDI. We are really active on many different social media accounts, and particularly Facebook and Instagram. The things that we like in our department are hearing from our students, seeing what you guys are working on, sharing your work. We love, love, love that kind of student story. So if as you're working through your coursework, you happen to snap a picture or have a story, please, 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 please post it to one of our many social media accounts and give us a tag. And then what we like to do is kind of repost or share and kind of shout out with a little bit of love for you too. So keep us posted on that. If you're not a social media person, but you still want to share, that's perfectly fine as well. Feel free to shoot that to marketing@sdi.edu, marketing@sdi.edu. We love to hear from you guys. We love to see what you're doing. Last thing you'll see down there is the SDI student Facebook group. Now this is totally separate from our SDI accounts, and that's essentially a closed group that students and graduates of SDI run completely on their own. Now they, out of the kindness of their hearts, have allowed a few of us to be in there as admins, just to make sure that if somebody has a question that we'd be better equipped for, that we can answer it. But we try to stay as hands-off as possible on that. We do not manage that group at all. It's really kind of fun to see all the interaction on that page. People kind of post their work and say, oh my gosh, this checkering lab is killing me. How does this look? What should I be doing? It's the type of place where you go if you want kind of some tips and hey, what did you do for your hydro dip lab? That kind of thing. So definitely check that out. It is, like I said, a closed group, so you'll have to answer a couple questions to gain entry into it, including your student ID number. They just want to make sure that everybody involved in there is truly connected to SDI. So I would definitely suggest spending some time in there. It's certainly a fun thing to do. So that's it from my side. Rob, I'm going to send it back to you, and I will do my final little tallies here, and you let me know when you want me to announce winners.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jennifer.
Great.
Before we get to the questions, if there's any questions we haven't answered, please go ahead and start submitting those questions, and we'll take time here in a minute to get to those. I want to reiterate a few very important items that we've covered tonight, so please keep these in mind, pay attention, take notes, whatever you need to do. These are very, very important. The first thing I want to talk about is SAP, Satisfactory Academic Progress. SAP is calculated each semester, and every semester you are required to meet a cumulative GPA of 2.0, and you need to successfully complete at least 67% of your courses. Okay, that's calculated every semester. If you have 2 semesters in a row of not meeting either or both of those items, you could lose access to all of your funding. That's VA benefits, that's tuition assistance, that's federal financial aid. So please make sure that you are successfully completing your courses. Any drops, any fails can negatively affect your SAP, which could in turn negatively affect your funding. So please keep that in mind. Shipping. Anytime you get a shipment, please make sure you open your box right away. Okay, don't wait until week 7 of a course when a lab is due to open the box and then realize, oh no, I don't have something. Okay, mistakes can be made. Sometimes there might not be an item in your box, so please make sure anytime you get a shipment, open it, verify you have everything that you need in there. If not, then reach out to shipping and make sure they get you taken care of. You need to have all your materials so you can successfully complete your courses. Attendance, as Lindsay mentioned earlier, I don't want anyone to be confused about the differences between the 7 days at the beginning of the course and 14 days at any point in time during a course. So you must post attendance in the first 7 days of any course that you take. Okay, so all of you that are starting on Monday, you must post attendance in that first week. If you do not post attendance in the first week of any course, any ones that are starting Monday and any courses after that, you will be removed from that course and it will be rescheduled. This is for your success. If you do not post within the first week of any course, you have already missed all of the assignments for that week, and it's going to be very difficult to make that up for the rest of the course. So please keep that in mind. The first 7 days at the start of any course, you need to post attendance. Now, once you post attendance in a course, then it goes to the 14 days. So if you do not post for any 14-day period throughout a course, you can be withdrawn from that course. So please don't be confused by those differences. The easiest way to avoid any attendance issues is to post every week, and this won't be a problem. Get all your official transcripts in if you haven't done so already for the associates and the certificate program. If you have any questions about that, communications are sent out constantly, but you can reach out to your student services advisors, and they can let you know what transcripts you need. You can also reach out to transcripts@sdi.edu, and they can answer your questions as well. So please get those in as soon as you can. As Jennifer mentioned, be active on social media if that's something that engages you in your education. It is a really good thing for all of our students to get engaged with each other, meet people you didn't know, share projects, have questions, anything like that. Just reach out, get active. It's going to only enhance your education. Your LMS username, so your Moodle username, is also your student ID. So please keep that in mind because a lot of instructors will ask you to put your user ID on assignments. So your username to get into your online learning management system, that is your student ID. We also send out surveys at various times throughout your program, end of course surveys, end of program surveys. Anytime we send out a survey, please be honest. Please take the time to submit any feedback you might have, positive or negative. We love to hear from our students. We cannot get better or fix things that might be broken unless you tell us. So please take the time, do those surveys, be honest, be constructive. It can only help SDI get better. And last but not least, this is a distance education program. Okay, all of us are here to help you. You can communicate with any one of us anytime you have a question. But at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to know your deadlines, to post your attendance, to be successful in your courses. So please make sure that you have planned to spend the amount of time it takes to complete your courses successfully. Know when your assignments are due, read your syllabus at the beginning of every course, read the welcome letter, understand what's expected of you, and make sure that you're doing your best to meet all of those deadlines, and you're going to do an amazing job. All right, Shannon, do we have any questions that we have missed throughout the webinar that we can answer right now?
Hi, everyone. I'm still catching up on a few questions, but one I would say that would be beneficial for everyone is going through STI, would it be a good idea to get an FFL if they don't have one?
Can you repeat that, Shannon? You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, not a problem. Going through STI, would it be a good idea to get an FFL if they don't have one?
Mike Olson, are you still on? I bet Mike has a good answer for that one.
Yeah, I'll take this one. You know, I would say that I make that decision based on my goals, you know, beyond the classroom. The ATF expects that if you're going to get an FFL, you're, you know, going to use it. So if you only want it for your experience at SDI, and you know, while you're you know, because you're a hobbyist, I would say don't go through the whole process. You're going to get a chance to learn about it at SDI, and I would say, hey, learn as much about it as you can. But again, align that decision with what you want to do beyond the classroom. So if you want to go into business for yourself, absolutely get started on that process. Otherwise, if you're not ready yet outside of the classroom, then take a float.
Thank you, Mike. Any other questions, Shannon?
Let's see. Everything else, I guess if someone can touch on if SDI is up to date on local and state regarding firearms. So just our states like New Jersey and California.
Are we up to date on restrictions of kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're looking for some clarity on this person's particularly in New Jersey. Rob, do you want to talk through anything that we do for students in New Jersey?
Well, with New Jersey, it depends on the kit. If we, for our AR kits, we do have options for New Jersey. The 1911 kit, we do not have any options for New Jersey as of right now. But we do have the options for the AR-10 and the AR-15 kit at the end of the program if that's what you choose to do. But we are up to date on our state restrictions. That can change at any point in time, so everyone needs to understand that. So if you are in any state that has any kind of restrictions, make sure you're familiar so you understand as well. But as of right now, we are up to date, and that can change in the matter of minutes. So please keep that in mind.
And I noticed one in the chat that I thought was probably a really good clarification. Sonny Felix says, how do you post attendance? Do you guys want to kind of nail down those details, give some examples on that?
Okay, so attendance posting can be the submission of an assignment, taking a quiz or a test, or posting to a discussion board with an academically related response. So if you need to summarize an article and you're responding to another student in a discussion board, that counts as attendance. If you're submitting your assignment, that counts, or if you're taking a quiz or a test, that counts. So one of those three ways.
Awesome. Rob, do you mind if I hop in with one last little update? I was just reminded of something coming up that I'd love to share with the group, if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
So for those of you who are based in Arizona or who like to travel, we're doing a really fun event 2 Saturdays from now. Saturday, March 2nd. We have recently, within the last couple months, changed locations. So we went from Scottsdale to Tempe. We've got a bright, shiny new building. And so we're throwing a little party. And anybody who is interested or available to attend that, we're doing games, giveaways, prizes. We've got a local radio station coming in. So we would love for any of you guys to come and see the new place. We'll have instructors out, including Kip, who you heard from tonight. It should be a lot of fun. So if anybody would like additional information on that, please feel free to email marketing@sdi.edu, and we will forward you the information that we have. Again, it's Saturday, March 2nd. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at our campus, which I would be happy to share out the address with. So just let me know if anybody's interested, marketing@sdi.edu, or feel free for the next couple minutes, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. That's it.
Thank you, Jennifer. I think that's all the questions. So if your question was not answered, just make sure that you reach out to your student services advisor, your financial services advisor, shipping, marketing, transcripts, whoever you need to get a hold of. So Jennifer, do you want to go ahead and announce the winners of your trivia?
I sure do. I know I only asked 3 questions, but I was feeling froggy, so I went ahead and selected 4 winners for tonight. So pay attention, just in case you're one of my winners. Here's what you need to do. I'd like you to email marketing@sdi.edu with the following information. Your mailing address, your shirt size, and your phone number. Those are the 3 big pieces: mailing address, shirt size, phone number. I'll be able to get your name and your email address, from the email itself. So if you can email me with those 3 things, make sure they're all included. That would be great. So without further ado, here are the 4 winners for this evening. I have Andrew Sorensen as my first winner. Sorry, getting a little feedback there. I have Kendall Webster as my second one. I have Gregory Thompson as the third, and Corbin Deem, D-I-E-H-M. Oh, sorry if I butchered that one, Corbin, but so Andrew Sorensen, Kendall Webster, Gregory Thompson, and Corbin Deem. Please email marketing@sdi.edu with your shirt size, mailing address, and phone number, and we will get you out some swag. Congratulations, everybody, and thanks.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you everyone for all of the information. I appreciate it. And thank you everyone for attending. We tried to get as much information as we could. So please don't feel overwhelmed. If you have any questions, please reach out. We're always here to help. Once again, welcome to SDI. We're all excited to work with you going forward. Do the best you can in your courses, and you're all going to do a great job. Thank you guys very much, and have a great night.